Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, Certified Astrologer, and in this segment I'm going to be going over the full moon that is about to take place on February 12th, 2025. And the time that this will take place is 8:53 a.m. So that actually is going to be during the daytime, so you might not necessarily see it, but typically the rule of thumb is in astrology that if you are going into a full moon, then you start to feel the effect about 3 days prior the occurrence of the full moon, depending, of course, on some of the planetary configurations that there are. Of course, this is reflected through a lot of even animals actually go through some influences from the moon. So with that said, let's take a look at where the full moon is. That's the main focus when you're doing a chart. And so we have a Leo moon and an Aquarius sun. So there's a conflict between Aquarius kind of trying to mold things that aren't necessarily trying to be creative, and some of that is kind of goes and influences Mercury. So this is actually a powerful configuration because and in some ways difficult, but once the challenging aspect is overcome, then there can be more improvement. And remember, this is the psyche of not only the individual, but also the psyche of the rest of the world, how global aspects are being reflected. Of course, we know about the tariffs and some of the newer policies that are very controversial. So this is kind of a since Mercury is an airy planet that actually takes on takes on the characteristics of the neighboring planet. So you have this contradiction between Leo being kind of a proud planet, Leo being a proud sign, versus Aquarius kind of being quirky. All right, so Venus is in the first house. So this is the ascendant, and Venus is in Aries. So that actually, of course, Mars and Venus are kind of considered the male and female. So when you're combining Venus in the house that Mars rules, then you have more of this acts more like a catalyst and enjoying the finer things in life. So that represents that. What is interesting to note is that most of the planets are on the left of the configuration. Of course, importantly though, the moon is, and the moon is in the fifth house, so this kind of the house of creativity, and so that's another aspect, and another planet that actually is of creativity is Uranus. And going into the ruler of Aquarius, that's interesting because there's actually major configuration with the moon. So this is actually very interesting because you have an opposition between Aquarius and Leo, and the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and so you have all of these major configurations that are that there's a struggle, and so this is actually kind of some difficult times, and coming up with creative solutions to be able to resolve things. So understanding conflict, there's a better understanding once you go through that. So on a global scale, the world is going through transitions, and you can kind of see that. Of course, knowing what is going on can kind of mirror what is going on and represent within these planets. All right, so of course Jupiter is kind of over here cusping the third house, and then you have that is what is going on. A lot of transitions, a lot of major things to consider as you move forward. This is some changing times. All right, so I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.